Yoshimoto or not. And I think we're already onto some game plan since the first mate was not there. And it's already a big advantage for Yoshimoto Calamari with 50 points already on Splatoon and Mental.
Yeah, that's kind of the opposite of what we'd be expecting to see, right? We just talked about how much Pixio Monster is going to be dangerous, and it's already down to 30.
Sorry, down to 30, but you never know. It's Splatoon Mental. Everything can come back, and here comes the special push from Pixio Monster, pushing back completely. Yoshimoto not getting a kill with this inkjet. They're gonna need more than that if you want to retake. And Chikashi already doing a lot of work with this Tenta going in, getting 2 kills maybe.
Yes, he is, and
so
there's gonna be
huge for them.
So that's gonna be the wipe. It looks like if they get this last kill. And like you said on this map, if you can get a really good setup, it's very hard to push back in. So I mean, any hold can be a knockout.
And we can see that Nishizawa is still in their base. He's still in the base of Pixio Monster. They have to deal with him now because he's really annoying them. He gets to jump back, and it's gonna give some time maybe to Pixio Monster to come back. Cross gets the kill. That's so huge for them. It's maybe potentially another retake for Calamari.
Yeah, another retake would be really good. And like you said, that's custom dual squelcher staying alive right there. In addition to kind of like slowing down all control of mid, he also gets a special when he gets back in. So if they're able to kind of take out Pixio Monster in some fights right now, they're probably going to be looking really nice looking into the later half of this game.
And Pion really getting a very important kill on this Dynamo here. The Dynamo is really strong at holding net. Pion gets killed still by the bomb, and that's gonna be Pixio Monster holding it, I think.
Yeah, both teams kind of having a little bit of trouble holding mid for too long of a time. Every single time it looks like one of them is going to be able to get into some really good hold. Something goes wrong, and there hasn't really been that much stability. I think this is the first time that we've seen one team just fully in mid, nobody from the other team causing any kind of issues. And now look how far they're able to push up.
He's the backline player, but it doesn't seem like he really cares about staying alive right now. And it's already pushing up where the Dynamo is very strong. It's pushing so much pressure in this Calamari team right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's not that much time before the lead switches.
Absolutely, and they already used an Ink Storm now. They need to absolutely get this push. Rooster comes back in. Can he get a kill? He gets the kill. Absolutely insane. And that looks really bad for Pixio Monster still. They got 2 picks already for Calamari.
They're able to barely hold zone right now. Looks like whatever happens at this firefight is going to determine the rest of this match, maybe. And it looks like there's some picks right now. Almost lead change, not quite. Still at 20-21. More stuff has to go down. These end zaps are fighting each other.
Coming from, and we can see that Pixio Monster players are all jumping all the time. They never wait. They just get the control and they jump to their teammates. It's the same happening on the side of Calamari. They play really fast. And it's going to be penalty on the side of Pixio Monster.
Having the comp with the Dynamo instead of the backline also makes it a lot more possible. I mean, you already pointed out how the Dynamo, who was supposed to be their backline, was the furthest pushed up into their base during that push before. Exactly. And that means that basically no matter what members are alive, people can still jump in and continue to be aggressive.
And it seems like, I think the comp from Calamari is really weak for inking, because every time Pixio Monster is pushing forward, they just ink in front of them, they just throw some bombs, they get a kill from these bombs and from this extra amount of pressure, and Calamari is always forced to push back. They don't seem to be able to paint them and out-paint and maintain control.
Yeah, it seems like with that comp, key things have to be happening for the NZAP to be able to really like paint, or for the other weapons to be able to actually paint the way that really contributes towards map control. So if like one little thing goes wrong, you can all of a sudden find yourself losing control of the situation for reasons that like don't really feel.
This is game probably. This is already probably game maybe win from this is a 1v1. It's gonna be very important, but he's gonna give jumps maybe to his entire team.
Well, I'm sure the jumps are coming in from the other side as well. As we see already, Bamboozler in mid, they're gonna be able to get that pick. This might be it.
And Pion always so solid with these bamboo kills. I think he's been doing so much for his team so far. And we can see how the struggle for painting on the side of Calamari. I can see Cross with the Rapid Blaster has been struggling so much to maintain this against the Nenzap throwing bombs, the Tentabrella pushing him.
Armor coming in, yeah.
And they kept back the zone, and that's gonna be it. It's gonna be a win for Pixio Monster here.
You know, honestly, if that wasn't an overtime situation, I feel like Calamari actually might have had a pretty good chance at taking that, because there was no real picks that happened for Pixio Monster.
On the kills, there are more kill modes, and they play the 2 modes very differently in terms of weapon composition. So they would have completely different weapon composition for tower control and for Rainmaker and for Clown Blades. That's
Speaking
not something we see. Speaking of different comps, I'm glad this is perfect. So we're gonna see some Clash Blaster action instead of Tentabrella, and I'm surprised honestly, because you could argue that Tentacle is really strong on Sniper Candle, but it's gonna be a Clash Blaster action.
Yeah, I mean, a blaster, of course, on tower control and on maps like this where there's like kind of places where you can kind of sneak around corners, and by the time you get to engage with the class blaster, it's too late. Like, that can be pretty good. So I guess we kind of have to see how the difference in playstyle is. Now, one thing that I think is interesting to look out for is the fact that you were talking about how these teams, they weren't really playing in a stable way. They were just kind of like jumping in over and over again. Maybe the loss of the tent will kind of create a little bit of difference in that kind of playstyle. We'll see these teams kind of be a little bit more methodical about how they take on this game.
Absolutely, and already a second Stingray coming out from Pixio Monster. A lot of Stingray battles are gonna happen here, it seems. I didn't see the build from Rusu, who plays the custom jet squasher, but I'm pretty sure he has a lot of things based on Stingray.
Yeah,
Yoshimoto got insane control so far. This is a really great push. All 4 of them are alive now, and they're gonna soon have specials to be able to snowball this game. Cross is not gonna survive that. He actually survived this, and but it's gonna be the end of this push here.
Yeah,
he's the last one alive.
Yeah, that was a pretty good defense right there. You were right. That was looking really scary with those specials about to be ready.
Yeah, I think the breakpoint was the Clash Blaster used missiles to push them back off tower, and that really made a lot of pressure and painted the entire area around, so they had to back up or die.
Yeah, when those explosives are kind of timed perfectly, you really
getting a really huge flying, because it puts so much pressure on them. They have to watch it. Now the Stingray comes in at the same time. There's gonna be some kills for Calamari probably.
Cross gets that. Did he not
get the kill? He got the kill.
Okay.
And it's already 2 picks here, 3 picks now. Only Goat Chase so alive dies now as well. It's gonna be another push for Calamari.
Yeah, they definitely turn this into
that
this CBS flanks again.
Yeah, there's always this kind of a pattern that they have 3 players who play at bottom, and they always have a player who has a lot of mobility who's going to be able to play on top and try to pressure them. Since the start of the game, they always had the same positioning on both teams, by the way. Like the Jet Squadron is always the one. Cross gets the double kill here. That's so insane. He might get the 3rd kill with an Atubaru. That's so much pressure here.
Well, he didn't commit to that right there. That could have been a triple. But I think this push is still going to be really powerful anyway. We already have 1 special, another special about to be ready. That Stingray might be able to take someone out as well, at least get like kind of a counter ray situation. They might not know.
They all died. It's only Cross.
Wow.
Pixio Monster executed that so well. And I think Cross could have played a little aggressive here. He had the ball, he had to go on the plats and leave someone else on the tower, but he was the one playing objective here.
Yeah, he was the only one with special. Everyone else was still building their specials, yet he was the one that was held back. I see what you're saying there.
Yeah, I think this map plays very fast. You have to do some flash pushes. You don't really have the chance to always use your specials, but it seems like it's going to be the case here for Pixio Monster with the missiles going to delay the tower again. Is an armor available on the side of Calamari? Maybe Autobar will be able. Nishizawa gets picked off, that's so huge. And currently getting pressured by the Charger. Very close to lead.
Put a stop
to that. Great defense.
Power. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a dead push right now. At least they're not completely wiped, and they're still going to be able to have some kind of presence in mid once people start respawning. But there's not really that much time left in the game, and you know how tower control can be on this map. They might only get like 1 more opportunity.
Absolutely, and the kills matter so much here in this game.
Speaking of such, Cross going to get this?
He absolutely needs to get this big. It doesn't seem like he will be able to. He's forced to use the special. And it's still in flank, but 2 of his teammates were dead. They are coming back from spawn now, so the rest of his team is still pressure. He needs to jump back. Still a lead for Calamari, but Pion gets picked off now. There's gonna be a lead for Pixio Monster. And it's gonna be a full team. Oh my god, it's really looking bad. Almost missiles available for the Clash Blaster. It gets so much kills, bro. It gets so much kills.
I mean, people are being forced to jump into the Clash Blaster right now, but if you're able to capitalize on that. And alright, so Calamari is able to put a stop to that push, but this is basically going to be an overtime situation. There's probably going to be a Ray. I don't really see an easy way for them to be able to come back from this. This is going to be a pretty difficult push. I mean, it's obviously possible, but
I think there is something done from Nishizawa actually, because the last 2 pushes he has been very inactive, and he died a lot in the flank. Simply just not doing anything for his team because he got picked early. And now we can see on the minimap he's already flanking, already trying to get some things, putting pressure, but the armor is going to deny all of these entire pressure. He gets the kill on the Clash Blaster, but Pixio Monster fully focusing on tower, doesn't give them a chance. It's another map that's going to go to Pixio Monster.
Man, I'm good. I gotta be honest. Both of these games have been way closer than I thought that they were going to be. Like considering the previous scores coming into this, and I mean, obviously Pixio Monster is 2-0, but this is actually really close 2-0.
Yeah, I think so. It was really interesting. We can see again on the
Once
kills.
again, the KDs.
Of other things, but should be looking forward to this one. Kelpstone hits something that we don't see very often, and that's one of the results of kind of this random map selection that we are seeing from the Premier League. So super excited to see what comes out of this set. Of course, Jet Squelcher has been a staple here on the flat maps here, especially with that Stingray spam, and you just mentioned the Tri-Slosher as well.
Yeah, the Tri-Slosher was definitely not what I would expect to see, but I think that the expectations from this match still kind of stays the same. How is Pion going to be able to save those rays for the right times? That tent is going to be just a complete terror to deal with if it gets set up at the right time during the right push. And I don't really know if Calamari is going to be able to have kind of an equivalent push back with their comp. So we really got to see good break control. And here's the first example of it. So Bubbles going down, tent ready, cross behind, but he's not going to be able to get through those bubbles. Other members are going to have to do something. We see a special going
That's a complete wipe.
Yeah, that is a complete
okay.
wipe. Okay. The answer was no. There was no ability to deal with that kind of push. The Tri-Slosher wasn't being able to hit the bubbles. That Inkjet ended up just completely taking care of anyone who was going to be able to stop it. And no kills on the side of Calamari on the scoreboard there.